Let's hear a salawat, please. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Program is beginning a little bit late because I know a lot of you guys were at the Jalous, traffic and being stuck in rain, or some of us were in the rain. So, we had to, change and everything to come before we got here. So we're starting the program a little bit late, but, hopefully we'll end the program on time, or at least adjusted the time upstairs because they're also starting late too as well. We'll begin tonight's program with the recitation of the Quran. May I invite Murtaza Naqvi to recite? You want to do here? Take. Which one are you reading? Okay, put your hands down.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Malik Yawmiddin. Iyaka na'budu wa iyaka nasta'in. Ihdina as-siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladhina an'amta alayhim. Ghayril maghdubi alayhim waladdallin.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Thank you. And now we'll have Brother Muhammad Shah recite some poetry for us. Salawat.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. From age to age and virtue's age shall live the deathless story. His loss remained the martyr's gain, his shame the martyr's glory. Till truth shall lie and honor die, and time itself be hoary. Arise, Hussein, arise, chief of the prophet's seed. Fling abroad thy banner to the skies, and come with utmost speed. Ere the throne of the All-Wise, usurped by the foul Yazid, he's donned his armor bright, his father's sword girt on, the sword of Ali, as the might of the destroyer's own. And he has off ere morning light, across the deserts wide and lone. Now, Kufa, keepeth thy word, to the good cause be true. Yazid has sent a giant horde to march thy province through, the hirelings of his father's horde, who grace or mercy never knew. They bore his godlike head aloft, his mouth struck with their whips. O mouth that I have seen so oft, a teem with angel quips, and baby kisses warm and soft, pressed to the prophet's lips. O body trembled, fouled, disdained, which charmed the gazer's eye. The blood from out thy veins that drained was heaven's electuary. No horses' hooves were ever stained, and so divine a die. O barren plain of Karbala, with Herbert nor yet with Syed, be clad eternally for there overwhelmed, downtrod, the holy son of Bibi Fatima gave up his soul to Allah. Sadaqallahul Aliyyul Azim. Salawat.
Thank you. I'm going to have Brother Ijaz recite some souls for us. Salawat.
محمد وال محمد صلوات. مڑ مڑ کے مجھے دیکھتے جانا علی اکبر مڑ مڑ کے مجھے دیکھتے جانا علی اکبر کچھ دیر تو جی لے تیرا کچھ دیر تو جی لے تیرا بابا علی اکبر مڑ مڑ کے مجھے دیکھتے جانا علی اکبر اور تم زین سے گرو گے تو بدل جائے گی دنیا مقتل کی طرف کون ہمیں لے کے چلے گا قاتل تو بتائیں گے نا قاتل تو بتائیں گے نا رستہ علی اکبر مڑ مڑ کے مجھے دیکھتے جانا علی اکبر اور بیمار مدینہ کی خبر آتی ہوگی تم ساتھ لیے جاتے ہو بینائی بھی میری میں کیسے پڑھوں گا خط صغرا علی اکبر مڑ مڑ کے مجھے دیکھتے جانا علی اکبر اور ہو جائیں گے مشکل میرا آنا میرے بیٹا مقتل میں کہیں دور نہ جانا میرے بیٹا اب مجھ سے چلا بھی نہیں اب مجھ سے چلا بھی نہیں جاتا علی اکبر مڑ مڑ کے مجھے دیکھتے جانا علی اکبر اور ایسا سے تڑپنے کا ہمارے تجھ ہوتا میری طرح تو اپنا जिगर थामे के रोता तेरा भी जो होता कोई तेरा भी जो होता कोई बेटा अली अकबर मुड़ मुड़ के मुझे देखते जाना अली अकबर और आई लाल तुझे कहता हूँ बा के हवाले मैदाने में हंसते हैं खड़े बच्चियों वाले अच्छी तरह फिर देख लूं चेहरा अली अकबर मुड़ मुड़ के मुझे देखते जाना अली अकबर मोहम्मद वाले मोहम्मद सल्लल्लाहु
Thank you. Salawat. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. I see people still coming down, so the brothers, can you fill up this gap in this area so people who are coming can sit. Those of you who are sitting in the chairs, you guys we'll make room for you brothers in the front. Right here. You come in the front, yeah. I meant you could sit down in the on the floor if you want. And there's also room here too if you want. Okay? Let's begin with another salawat. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. These are the final nights of commemoration of the events of Karbala. Tonight is the night of the eve of the 10th or the 9th of Muharram. Tomorrow is the day of Ashura, and the evening with Shah-E-Najaf. So tomorrow's program in the English hall, we won't have one. Everything will be upstairs in the main hall. But following that, on Tuesday will be the final majlis for this particular series. So definitely come to that majlis. I know usually after the 10th everyone kind of disappears, but try to come to that one because sometimes things that the Maulana wanted to say or questions that you may have had or questions you may have now will be a great time to ask those type of questions. And Maulana can give you more details about what he's planning on speaking on that final night. So without further ado, I invite Maulana Syed Raza Baqar Rizvi to the member. Salawat.
Please use salawat. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الصلاة والسلام على رسول الله الكريم وعلى أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين من الآن إلى قيام يوم الدين أما بعد فقد قال الحسين بن علي عليه السلام خط الموت على ولد آدم مخط القلادة على جيد الفتاة صلوات. We praise Allah to give the opportunity to come for the last majlis for the first Ashraf Muharram, not last majlis for this series. Inshallah, we'll have a night of 12th, which is the 11th Muharram majlis. That'll be the last majlis, like brother said, and inshallah, my intention is this: most of the time when I talk after Ashura, we talk about those people who actually took the message of Ashura and spread the message of Ashura, and they helped Islam. So inshallah, we'll be talking about them specifically and especially Bibi Zainab Salamullah Alaiha, and that's why I asked my sisters to come. And I don't know, we can double check, but Brother Ali asked me if we can have a Q&A on the last majlis. We can do that too, if it allows. Inshallah, Brother Ali can tell you in your messages or something. I'll be here. I'm on the Slido. Slido is there. And this Slido actually is going to be over even after probably 2 or 3 days after Ashra Muharram. So you can still talk to me and talk about the speeches were delivered here. Suggestions for next time. Questions related to the topic we try to cover. And inshallah, I'll be able to, if I wouldn't be able to answer, I'll try to get the answer for you, brothers and sisters. So inshallah, the niyyah of coming here and talking about this specific topic was this: that we need to know some ma'arif of Islam, which are probably, maybe, I'm not sure, but it's my own opinion, are not said that frequently from the mimbar and discussed from the mimbar, and that's why we have this gap of understanding. I was talking to one of the brother here, and it looks like there's a divide between English and Urdu majalis. In Urdu majalis, they think that, it has to be more traditional, with the traditional fadail and traditional masaib and style. But in Pakistan, we observed, and the brothers who came from Pakistan, that style changed because people realized that we need to change something and don't carry on this message just like a mere like just a traditional way. So, this divide is gonna be filled here too, inshallah. It's not soon, soon, inshallah. Not probably in my age or my, sometimes we talk about this, that, okay, why I'm 40 years old, 50 years old, why Imam Zamana has not come yet? Why? Because we are waiting for him just in our lifetime. We think that Imam Zamana has to come till I'm 60 years old or 70 years old, so I can see him. Baba, it's the plan of Imams, and inshallah, if we get the chance to talk about this, we'll talk about this, that what was the plan of Imams before Karbala, after Karbala, what was the plan of Imam Hussein, what is the plan right now, and what part are we playing in that plan. So, again, these things come in our mind. Why? Because, going back to our topic, that we think human-centrically. And here, we are just putting ourselves in the middle and trying to understand and have the life events and Islamic events around us, including Dhuhr, which is not a good thinking to do. Probably we came to this natija after all these discussions, that putting yourself, you're important, I'm important, humans are important, but not like this, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has to build everything around us, right? So it's kind of a small recap here, that what we learned is this, if I try to put it in a nutshell, is this, that we try to understand this, that we need to build a God-centric society. We have to put Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the center. We have to come out from our physical worldview, materialistic worldview, and go a little bit deeper and think and talk about and try to understand the ruh of everything, including myself and the ahkam of Sharia. even these small things, which are not small things, but we think that we have to learn only in Sunday school and teach only in Sunday school, that how to pray namaz and do wudu and those things, they all have deeper meaning. In a riwayat, it says that the ayat of Quran has a superficial meaning and there are like deeper meanings as well. How much is the difference? They said like probably 70,000 levels. So the ayat of Quran can go 70,000 levels, and that's only probably sometimes, manner of speaking. Only they're trying to give you an idea. It means that there are a lot, probably infinite. So if I want to understand Islam, I have to go deeper and deeper and deeper. Why? Because if I don't understand Islam like this, my Islam would be weak. And anybody can take it away. Am I worried about that more? Or I'm worried about this, that would I be able to carry this same Islam when I move to the second world, the other world? Of course, we are worried about this too, that our kids and myself, if an atheist would come and ask me different questions, I might lose my faith. But more important than that is this, that I have to carry this faith while I'm transferring from this world to the other world. From this physical world to the spiritual world. But we discussed yesterday that even in this physical world, we have physical and spiritual realms, right? So what is this spiritual world is? What is that other world is? Inshallah, we're going to talk about this today, because I said that my topic would be about death. Don't get scared. It's not a scary majlis or a scary story. It's a thing that we need to understand death a little bit deeper. The thing I just said, that we have to understand the ma'arif of Islam, the terminologies of Islam, the things of Islam, and which are related to our life in a deeper way. Please just say salawat. So I changed the jumla, the sentence of my khutbah, and it says, please just say salawat. So it looks like nobody did the homework I gave yesterday. Probably you were busy in julus, but inshallah, if you need, what was the jumla, what was the sentence I was using in other speeches, I can give it to you in Arabic. Try to find out who said, Imam Hussein said it, where did he say it, what does it mean, and inshallah try to explain it or to me, that so I would know that you understood or not. It's not a test, right? It's just like I want to know that if you understood what I was saying here or not, how that jumla sentence was related to our topic. The today's sentence is khuttul maut ala walada adama mukhattul qiladata ala jaydal fatat. What does it mean? It means that death for Bani Adam, the death for the son of Adam, is like a necklace for a bride or a girl. Who said that? Imam Hussein. Why did he say that? What does it mean? If you try to do the sharh of it, why does a bride wears a necklace or a girl wears a necklace? To beautify herself. According to Imam Hussein, death is something to beautify you, to increase your beauty. So if there's a bride who's wearing a necklace of, diamonds and she loves it dearly, should we love death like this? That'll be morbid, Maulana, right? What are you teaching our children? So they die? No. When we explain death here, then we will know what death means. It's not the wish to die and not to live. It's not the morbid thinking that, okay, I didn't do anything in this world, so it's better that I die. No, I'm not talking about that death. That's annihilation. Like I said before, that one of the brother, I went to some tabligh, I'm not gonna give the name of the place, but it was a genuine question, and that's how he was feeling, He said, Maulana, why Allah Ta'ala has created me? I didn't want it. I gave him so many things because he wanted to give you karama, he wanted to make you from nothing to something so you can go to Jannah, so you can increase, so you can get close to him, so you can attach yourself to him. Nothing helped him. He said, I didn't want it. I don't want to get in this trouble of dozakh and Jannat and heaven and hell and all those things. Why? Because in this society, and that's why we were talking about this society, brothers and sisters, I apologize if anybody thought that I was pinpointing or finger pointing on anything. We are just analyzing things here. I'm not finger pointing on anybody's lifestyle, because that's what usually happens. You come here and they say that, Maulana, you came from Iran and you live in Iran, so you don't like America and American lifestyle. No, it's not like this. It's not like this. It's just, you can come to me and say, Maulana, your life is of nothing, with the reason, and we can debate. You just go there, you went to Qum because you didn't want to work 9 to 5 job. That's what I've actually heard. There are so many people went to Qum so they should have to work 40 hours a week. Well, it could be possible. If I'm not doing anything there, I'm not learning anything, I'm wasting my time. I'm among those people who ran away from here because they didn't want to work 40 hours a week or 60 hours a week when you want to live in New York or Long Island. Please recite a salawat. But we should be mature enough to talk about these things. We shouldn't be sensitive about everything. The julus today was awesome. The heat was the icing on the top. Why? So we can feel something, right? That's what we want, right? We want to feel the physical pain a little bit so we can get close to Karbala. Nothing's wrong with it. Nothing's wrong with it. And to spread the message. Okay, that's debatable. Are we spreading the message or not? A lot of people are against julus and this and that. We can talk about that. Should we have julus or not? Should we have a traditional julus, or should we have nohas in English? Should we have a seminar? These speeches should be asking people, like telling people what happened in Karbala and how is it related to their lives and my life. And what are we learning as Shias? You don't know, you're not Muslim. That's what happened. I'm a Shia, I believe in that. That's what happened with my life. And I know a lot of brothers were distributing the pamphlets and they were explaining it. And one brother who was doing that, he said that there were a lot of people, they came, they asked questions, I answered that. That's all good. But again, brace yourself. Shirtless matam? Probably doesn't make any sense. In the middle of Manhattan, you're doing matam without any shirt. I love your love. I believe that you love Imam Hussain. Like Shaykh Mutari said, I want to kiss your hands because you're doing matam for Imam Hussain. But have some, some sense. A shirtless matam in the middle of Manhattan, where everybody is coming. What message are they getting from you? I don't know if there was Zanjir or no. I don't know. It will be worse than that. Again, I'm sorry. I have to go in 2 days. If you have any shikayat, talk to Brother Ali. Why did he ask me to come here? Please recite salawat. If we have to have commemorations or things like this that it make us closer to Imam Hussain, it's all well and good. Within the boundaries of Sharia, within the boundaries when we, na'udhu billah, don't cause people to mock our religion. You say, Maulana, probably a sister going with hijab, they might mock her too, so we should stop hijab. No, that's under the realm of Sharia. It's wajib. It's wajib, and even after that, we need to teach people. It's not oppression. It's not like this. That's why when I was talking about the sisters to come up more, probably the hijabi sisters have to come up more. They have to. That's what happened in Inqilab, after Inqilab in Islamic Republic. And during the time, the women were supported tremendously by ulama. They had a say, and they have a say in each and everything. And they should be like this here, like right now. Not only because we have the time has changed, it is in our history. It was from the beginning. Especially because it was in our history, it's allowed in our Sharia, it's within the bounds of Sharia. In today's day, we need to promote it more. But don't promote that thing which is sending us back 20, 30, 100 years back. Inshallah, after that, give me the explanation about shirtless matam there and what people are thinking when they're seeing shirtless people. Alhamdulillah, they were hidden. I was so happy that they were they were hiding so much that nobody was seeing them. Even I was peeking and then seeing them. But if anybody had a drone and anything and these things are happening, then what's going to happen, Baba? If you have a message, please teach me. I want to learn about this. I want to learn about anything we included in Sharia or Azadari, and it's helping Azadari. I'll be with you, inshallah. I'll take this thing to ulama and say, the Shias of North America were saying that this is really important. It's helping our Islam, and it's helping the cause of Imam Hussein. I'll take it there. I'll debate with them if they say it's not jaiz. Right? I don't understand. I don't see the point here. We should be mature enough in 2022. A lot of time has been spent on this, right? I wouldn't say that, but I see, again, my observation could be wrong, that in Northeast US, the Azadari is really, really traditional. I was born in Drik Colony, Pakistan. The Julus, Drik Colony, Pakistan used to have, not Julus, the Azadari was like this when I came like almost 20 years ago here. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just not a mere that I am missing that Azadari from Karachi and Drik Colony Julus. I just make a replica of it here. So I'll just remember my old Julus. No, Baba. We're not helping Imam Hussein like this. Right after Imam Hussein, the strategy Imam Zainul Abidin had was different than Imam Hussein, apparently. Like when we study history, the appearance of the strategy of Imam Zainul Abidin was different than Imam Hussein. Why? Because our religion is progressive. Our religion takes us forward. Not just mere traditions or feelings. It's not like feel-good religion. That's what we're talking about, right? If you put human in the center, even the religion becomes the feel-good religion. I give the example. Namaz is difficult, Raza is difficult, charity, okay. I make $500,000, I can give $50 in charity. Oh, that's all good and so great. I'll be the neighbor of Rasulullah, inshallah. Inshallah you will be. But with the $50, that's fine, okay, maybe. It depends on your niyyah. We need to do different things. If you link this with the thing, you know what happened in Ghadir? And one person after the Ailan Wilayat and everything came to Rasulullah and said, Ya Rasulullah, you asked us to read namaz, we did it. Fast, we did it. Hajj, we did it. Each and everything he said, but this thing, that's really hard. I cannot do that. Ask Allah to give me adhab so I can die right now. And the azab came and he was dead. Na'udhu billah, inshallah, we are not thinking in this way. Oh Hussein, I love you dearly. Well, let me take your name the way I want to take it. Karbala, Ashura is nothing but ita'at of your Imam. It's nothing. How many people were there? How many people were there? How many killed? How long was the battle? Who was there? Who was that? How many swords? How many arrows? Nothing. Just one ita'at of Imam. And with this ita'at, there's happiness. There's content. There's content. There's bahjat. Please recite salawat. So this is from the khutbah of Imam when he was actually, I think, leaving Mecca, or when he left Mecca and he heard the the news of the shahadat of Hazrat Muslim. He said this, and I'll just read some khutbah because it's Shab-e Ashur. If we hear it from Imam Hussein, that will have more barakat, and inshallah it will enlighten our souls and minds. So please recite a salawat. So the khutbah starts with the hamd of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and then Imam Hussein says that death for the son of Adam is like necklace for a bride. Like I said, how much I am happy to see my lost loved ones, like the intense love of Yaqub to Yusuf. Now, just come to what Imam is saying here. Imam knew when he's leaving and Muslim got shaheed and everything, he's not going to Kufa. He's going to end up in Karbala, and then he's going to share it here as well. And he'll be shaheed. But for Imam, the shahadat, the death, the maut is not a good translation, but I'm just using it because that's how people know it, was happiness. Why? Because he's going to meet Imam Hassan, Bibi Fatima, Imam Ali, Rasulullah. And that's what one of my teachers said, the same thing, that if we shouldn't be afraid of death, right? If I love my father dearly, after death, inshallah, I'll be seeing him, provided that how my death is going to come. So we're going to discuss about that. So Imam was mutma'in, was content that he's going to see them. It's just a bridge he has to cross. That's it. On the other side of the bridge, everybody is waiting for him. For me, a place of martyrdom have chosen, which I will be seeing. I can see the wolves of jungle between Nawais and Karbala are ripping my body apart and filling their empty stomachs with my body. Whatever has written for me cannot be omitted. Satisfaction of Allah is the satisfaction of us, Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam. The way he is describing that how is it going to happen is horrible. It's really, terrific. Really terrible. Really horrifying. That the wolves of jungle are going to come and rip my body off and eat from my body. So it could be metaphoric metaphor as well. That Imam was talking about those people who were killing Imam, and they were not better than a wolf, right? Actually, wolf is better than them. And eating from his body, because all of these people were sent there with the wa'ada, with a promise that you're going to get this, you're going to get that much money, you're going to get, the palace and stuff like this. But this horrifying, apparently really horrifying death, please forgive me if I'm using these words, shahadat is not death. Imam is actually waiting for it. Is this morbid? Are we going to say that, na'udhu billah, if I talk to my children like this, I'm brainwashing them? I'm not saying it. Imam Hussein is saying that. Why is he saying that? Because however you're going to get, or I'm going to get the maut, the transfer will be in a different place. Maut here is not annihilation. Maut here is transfer from one realm, from dunya, to the other realm, barzakh or akhirah. I'll just finish this and inshallah we'll discuss about maut. Please say salawat. Whatever has written for me cannot be omitted. Satisfaction of Allah is satisfaction of us Ahlul Bayt. Now he's giving the reason that why is he happy. One reason is this, that he's gonna see Rasulullah, Imam Ali and everyone. He'll be united with these, great personalities. The other reason is this, whatever I am doing it is for Allah. I have confidence in Allah that he's gonna take me to a place where I'll be satisfied for the, eternity. We were talking about the confidence of Allah had on us or have on us, that he challenged on our behalf to Shaitan or Iblis to do whatever you want to do with him. Take your cavalry, take your armies, take a share in their wealth and their sons and their children. Those who believe me will not betray me. So that's the confidence Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has for mu'mineen. The same confidence is shown here. Imam has the same confidence for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When I'm doing it for Allah, brothers and sisters, if I'm doing one thing for Allah, it doesn't matter when I'm gonna get the fruit of it. If Allah Ta'ala wants me to see the fruit of it, I'll see it. Because some of the brothers were talking to me yesterday and they have like dard-e-dil. I'm not revealing their names, but there's a dard-e-dil in this community and we need to hear that too. And that's why I start a really difficult way, so I'll take all the arrows on me, inshallah. That's a dard-e-dil that it looks like we're not moving forward. With our masajid, not this particular one, please. I still have to be with you. Please say salawat. And it's not because, it's just a joke that I point him out. Masajid are not built by one person, one family. It's built by people. All in all, overall, our Shia community, Shia nation, it looks like in few places, not in the whole world, that we are not moving forward. Or if we are moving forward, it is really slow. Although, the same dard-e-dil was, I went to Houston, and Houston is a big community, and there are so many people there. A lot of people are moving there because of a school they have. Same thing was said by one person there, that what's happening with Shia people? We are being killed everywhere. We are being, taken out from, the Dubai and UAE people. They used to kick out Shias in 24 hours. So he was sad about this. Although if you see the global situation and political situation, alhamdulillah, Shias are in a really, really good position and we're going forward. Just because of few people, believe me, brothers and sisters. I'm not among them, I'm just talking. Those people who are working, because of that, we are sarbulan in the whole world right now. We can say proudly that we are Shia. Other big powers, the all big powers, are following Shias now. And if you want to exist as not as a slave, but as a separate entity, you have to follow this Islamic Republic. Not only one country, I'm talking about the idea. Don't take me and put me in some other places. Don't let your brain work like this. We have, I was talking to brothers that in Iran they color Yazidis red and green, Hussainis and Imam Hussein. So whenever you see the red color, it looks like Yazid is there. So that's how these things come in your mind. That's why they don't have red cars there. Now they have red cars. A red car means like, it's, you're Yazidi. You're driving a Yazidi car. Please recite salawat. But this thing happened that we are prone to paint people with some, yeah, he's follower of this, he's follower of that. There's a big impermeable wall between these two followers. They're doing their own thing, I'm doing my own thing, I have nothing to do with them. They're probably, I don't know if they're Shias or not, if they're Muslim or not, I don't want to even talk to them. No, Baba. No. Atheists used to come to Imam Jafar Sadiq, alayhi salam, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, talking about the wujud of Khuda, and sometimes their lahja was not good either. And he would talk to them. Please don't paint people, both the sides. Wilayati, ghair wilayati. Don't hasten in calling other person with the other name you don't like. That's not gonna work. We're gonna just lose everything we have, or whatever we have. In these areas, we're minority of a minority, right? Although the Muslims are our brothers. The care brother came in here. We are being treated like minority as Muslims. I mean, yeah, I don't know. They stopped me more at the airport, but that's the truth. The way they label minorities and they treat minorities with different colors or with different ethnicities, they do with the different religions as well. I'm not gonna shy away from this. I'm gonna say that because I feel it, you feel it. That's why the care guy was here. Why don't we have that card to other religions and other people? Because we get in trouble, right? We are profiled. Just embrace that. Not embrace that. Fight with that if you can. The legal fight. If you say that is common for everyone, everybody can come, work, pay taxes, and you're all good, we're not gonna see you. No, you're lying. We can feel that. Please just ask salawat. So when we have so many problems, we shouldn't paint people like this. You will say, Maulana, you just painted in the beginning. You said Matami is like this and non-Matami. No, Baba, believe me, it's not because I want to be a good books of Matamis. I love them. I want to be like them. I want to have a passion like that. And I am nothing. Syed Mutahari said that. Even a person who is doing zanjir, he said, I want to go and kiss his hand, but would say, brother, what you're doing is probably harming Islam. Could you sit and think about it? Just think about it. You can come back and say, no, you're wrong. Everything is there. Everything is on table. We can discuss about that. Not labeling here, not saying that we have to do, jihad against this. No, Baba, no. We are brothers. We're brothers. We love each other. We love each other because we love Imam Hussain. I was telling my brother that I went to make some stitches, help people stitches in Pakistan, in Karachi. I see that person had a cut because of zanjir zani here. The tendon was showing here. The cut was that deep. They were stitching it here, stitching that wound, and he was crying. And in my heart, when I saw that, maybe he's feeling pain, but it was Ashura, he was crying for Imam Hussain. I can say that. Because that cry was not the cry of, sometimes when you're hurt, you yell more than cry. When he's crying, he's feeling the physical pain of Imam Hussain in his body. So they're all respectable. They're all azadar of Imam Hussain. They're all respected by Imam, inshallah. Zindabad. Zindabad. Murdabad. Murdabad. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. Now, so alhamdulillah, inshallah. But if you have any problems or any questions or any comments what I said, please come after Okay, after that, because that's better. If we do the questions answers after the majlis, that's better for other brothers and sisters. Or comments or suggestions, inshallah, I'm here. We are here. So the discussion is this, that tonight is Shabi Ashur, right? We don't have any time. We can stay here till 2 o'clock. Brother can bring chai and everything here, right? Please recite salawat. So the main discussion here is related. I said I'm going to talk about maut a little bit, marg or death, in the light of what we discussed before. In the wujud, the wajibul wujud, mumkinul wujud, how the existences should be perceived, should be learned, should be discussed, and how this existence we have here in this world, in a limited time, in a limited place, confined by physical confinements. In this discussion, we're gonna see what death, marg or maut is. Starting from a nutshell is what? Death is nothing but a rebirth. It's not shairana, it's not poetic, brothers and sisters. We believe in resurrection. We believe in life after death. If you don't believe in that, go to the other majlis and do there, or we can discuss something else, that do we believe life after death or not. I assume that me and all of my brothers and sisters here believe in life after death. But how do we believe in it? Is it a painful transfer of me from a really good place to a really bad place? Or is it just a nominal, like a crossing a bridge from one good place to a better place? How do we think death? My assumption is this: the former, not the latter. That we think that we are living in a really good place and gonna transfer in a really bad place, where the farishte are coming with the gurs and they're hitting us and then saying this and saying that. Is it, na'uzubillah, a lie, Maulana? No, of course it's not a lie. It is there, but this is only one ruh, one part of death. The death which is the necklace in the neck of a bride is not like that. It's a death where, like according to hadith, the death of a mu'min is like this, that the fragrance comes out from a flower. Or when the mu'min dies, it's just like he's changing his clothes. And literally that's what it is. When you wear this clothes, when you went to wear this clothes and go and work, and you sweat there, and it's all dirty and sticky, and you take it out and you take a shower and wear new clothes, that's what the death is for a moment. This world is sticky, smelly, and you're tired of it. And then you transfer to a better place. Why is it sticky, smelly, and is actually, you're sweating in here? Because you're working hard here. A moment is working hard in this physical world. What do you mean, like 60 hours a week or 80 hours a week? No, I'm not talking about that work. That's a work too. That's a work taking you closer to Allah too. This sticky and smelly part of this world is this, that you do really good things and people trash you out. The Anbiya used to come and they were feeling the pain of the people, that what you are doing to yourselves. They would say, don't do it, and they were stoned. They were put in a trunk of a tree and cut into pieces, like Hazrat Zakaria. A mu'min works here. He has to work here. Not like me just talking. It's like 10th day or 9th night, I'm just talking. The physical, practical work which can be seen in our communities. the work which can make a difference, which can make us prominent from other communities. We should be helping other communities not to have divorces, rather than we have more divorces per capita if you do it like this, like in an average. We are not following Islam, right? So when you work hard in this world, of course you get tired. And when you get tired, you think that now the maut is a smooth transfer to a really good and better place. This maut, this mark, this death is a rebirth. So, taking an analogy, you go to a fetus and talk to him or her in the womb that you're in a really hot and dark place where you are feeding from where you are, doing something else. Do you want to come out? You'll say, no. I don't want to come out. The world outside is so dangerous. It's cold and so bright, and I don't have the things to survive in. I don't have lungs to breathe there. I'm all good and cozy in the belly of my mother. I don't have to move a limb, at least just to kick my tummy. That's it. For the food and everything I'm getting here. So please don't take me out. Why would this fetus say that? Because his brain is not mature. He doesn't know that, when you go outside, it'll be bright, it'll be cold, but Allah Ta'ala has provided you means to survive in there. Now think of this analogy to us. We are scared of death and the life after death because our brains are not mature enough. So whose brains are mature enough? Those people who are attached to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who are attached to a reality. This reality is common in this world and the world afterwards. So when you are attached to this reality, which is common in these two worlds, you are actually, when you are living in this physical world, you are living in the spiritual world as well. And in this condition, you are not an ajnabi, you are not an outsider for that world. You know what's going on there. Your eye, the barzakhi eye is open. Not only Ayatullah Bahjat is able to see the barzakhi faces, the real faces of the people, you will be able to do that too. I'm not saying that become like that, right? I'm just gonna give you an example. First, I'm gonna explain what I meant right now. Please recite salawat. With aql and ma'rifah, you would know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who has provided you provisions in this world, will provide you the provisions in the world hereafter. But He made a shart. What shart is this? That I'm going to give you those provisions, but you have to do something here. You have to think about that world as well. This child who is in the womb when he's born, we need assistance, right? We need doctors, we need midwives. So when he comes out, he'll be in a different environment, crying with atmospheric pressure. This cry is beneficial for him. So if you feel pain when you are dying, that'll be beneficial for you. If you feel pain that I'm leaving my belongings, my children, that pain when you are dying, but at the same time, at the time of i'tidar, you say, I leave everything for you, O Allah. You will feel the pain. I will feel the pain. Because we are attached to them. And there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong in loving your loved ones. When you travel from one place to another place, you feel pain, you cry, you hug them. That's fine. You'll be doing the same thing at the time of ihtidar. Ihtidar is the hudur of maut, when the maut is really close to you. If you feel that, but if that love exceeds to the love of Allah, now we'll be in trouble. Then we'll die with some bad thinking about Allah in our mind. And from there, the adhab starts. Allah Ta'ala doesn't put angels all the time to hit us, brothers and sisters. This is us, even in this physical world. There's so many things we have done with our own hands that we see the consequences of it. So if I die, I leave this world with the, badgumani, thinking bad about Allah, that what did you do to me? My son was just 9 years old and you're taking me away. It's going to stick with me. It's going to stick with me. So I and you and all the brothers and sisters, what do we have to do here? We have to detach with the physical world in this way. That nobody is more than Allah. No love is greater than Allah. That's the ishq haqiqi. All the ishq majazi, I don't know how to translate majazi, probably artificial. And haqiqi is the real. Are because of that ishq haqiqi. I love my son or my daughter because Allah has created them for me. He has created me, He has created both of us, and He has created that love. If we realize that, and not only realize that, not only after 10 majalis, Maulana was saying something, I was thinking about something else, or I was getting something or not, practicing it. Practicing it. It might be a really strong dose, but it's Shab Ashur, we can do it. Inshallah, we can do it. I'm not asking you, we talk about this and people talk about this, see what Kufis did. Ibn Ziyad was telling Kufis, if you go to Hussein, I'll burn down your house, take your wife away, and kill your children in front of you. It was not easy. But right now, our test is not this. Our test is this, that can I increase my love to Allah by practice, by knowing it, and get the ma'rifah of Allah? If I can do that, inshallah, then I'll be in Jannah. Then I'll be transferring to the world which is better than this world. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. And a Mu'min family, a family who thinks like this, teach it to your children, teach it to your wife, or teach it to your spouse. I have to be politically correct. No wife, just spouse. Please say salawat. Both the ways, right? And sometimes, again, seriously, it's not a joke. Well, the sisters, they have more potential. The spiritual potential sisters have is maybe more than us, definitely. That's why Allah Ta'ala has chosen them to be mothers. Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala nurture us. This quality of nurturing Allah Ta'ala has given to the sisters. I can never be a mother of my children. I love them a lot, but I can. So the point is, the kind of khulasa, the lubba, the central idea, the essence of what we discussed is this, that we detach ourselves from that physical world which is detached from Allah. That love which is detached from Allah. When you believe, for example, I'm dying, I'm thinking, I'm leaving my 9-year-old, 13, 14-year-old, dying right now, this night. and I have this thing in my mind, He's going to take care of them. He gave it to me, right? Them to me. I was not the one who took them. He gave them to me. And moreover, teach this to your children. Inshallah, if you like your family here, and inshallah you're a mu'min, you like the family. Sometimes the sisters complain, no, we don't want the husbands, the same husbands in Jannah. But if you think in this way, you'll have the same family. Just like Imam Hussein is saying. Well, because his family was the best family. He missed his mother, you can imagine. He was so happy. In few days, I'll be seeing my mother. I'll be seeing Rasulullah. While I'm standing here, people are throwing stones at me, arrows at me. In few hours, I'll be seeing them. When I was doing the Masayib, even Hazrat Al-Akbar's Masayib, he said that I saw Rasulullah, he's asking me to tell you, oh my father, to come as soon as possible. They're waiting for you too. You're waiting for them as well. Now when you see the marg, the death, the shahada like this, then you become Ansar al-Hussein. Then you become that you are, I'm repeating it third time, that you're joking on Shab-e Ashur. That was Habib ibn Mazahir or someone else, I guess. He was joking on Shab-e Ashur. And by nature, he was a really serious person. So one of the companions said, why are you joking? I didn't see you joking like this, Habib. He said, I don't know why. Probably that's what his answer was. What's going to happen tomorrow? Yeah, we have to mourn. Yeah, we have to feel pain. But that's not a depression. That pain of Karbala is not depression. It doesn't put me in, in the blues. It shouldn't. I learned it when I went to Iran. The first time I went for Shab-e Ashur, I said, wow, it looks like they're mourning, but they don't look as depressed as we Pakistanis feel. Salam-e-Akhir, Abayo Baba, all of them are good. All of them, please, don't get me wrong. But the Nahas are there. Mourn as much as you want. But if I get connected in Ashura with Imam Hussein, that's happiness. How can I be happy and sad at the same time? Imam Hussein was like this. At the same time he was crying his heart out for Ali Akbar, Ali Asghar, Hazrat Qasim. They said his face was brightened from the Fajr till Dhuhr. Because he was feeling that he's getting close to Laqa Allah. He's getting close to be transferred to the realm where his wujud, where his existence would be massive. These confinements of the world and his body was not keeping his wujud here. I'm becoming a little bit shairana here. Please stop me with the salawat if you don't understand it. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. Does it mean I should have to stop? That's what I said though. Please recite the salawat. Not shairana, arifana. An arif who knows Allah, he defined death and life and love and family like this. My love is not just to fulfill some superficial needs. My love for the food is not just because I just love it, because my tongue, which is few inches of my tongue, likes it. This arif, well, it'll be a little bit heavy, but again, this is my second last majlis, so I'm going to do it. Please recite salawat. Orofa, like Allama Tabatabai, when he used to eat, seeing the bread, he started crying for the love of Allah. I don't ask all of you guys, even for myself, to do that. But there have been people, there are people in this world like this. They see water, they drink water, quench their thirst, they remember Allah. Ala bi dhikrillahi tatma'innul qulub. Nothing else, what does it mean? Nothing else can give you the itminan of qalb other than the dhikrullah. Not the dhikrullah of subhanallah, alhamdulillah, and tasbih and everything. The yad Allah. What's yad Allah? The connection with Allah. The feeling of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Why am I saying so Allah, Allah today, brothers and sisters? Tonight, Shab-e Ashur is the night of Allah. Is the night of connection to Allah. They said that Imam Hussein took this one night because he said this, that I love namaz, I love salat. Inshallah, with the barakah of these majalis, our salat will become like this. I'm sitting alone, I'm in a trouble, I can call a friend, there's nothing wrong with that. I can call my brother, that's all good. But one stage will come that I wouldn't call anyone, just sit for 5 minutes and talk to Allah. Even do shikayat to Allah. See, that shikayat when I was saying at the time of ihtidar, that is in our spirit, in our soul. And it'll be difficult to take it out after death, because whatever guna we do here, if we do the tawbah here, it'll be wiped easily as compared to if we carry this guna to the second world. Then one tawbah of 1 second or 1 minute would be transformed into probably 100 years. Because after we leave, that's why this body is so important. If after I leave this body, to get to this level of insaniya would be really difficult. And that's the theory and that's the falsafa of adhab. It's not, na'udhu billah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has a grudge against people who denied him or didn't listen to him. That's the consequence of my guna, of my sin, that I have to go through this system and wash away my sins. This is a salawat. I apologize, really, mashallah, you brothers did a really good job. I came really late. I stayed for probably an hour in a julus or hour and a half, and then came back with a great ride from my brother. I didn't even have to drive the horrible traffic of New York. But you guys, mashallah, did a really good job. And that's why I see that a lot of people are just dozing off. Maybe, and then I think that it's because of julus, not because of my speech. Or it could be because of my speech too. If it's because of my speech, please forgive me and recite a salawat. But these are the current, well, I wouldn't say because it's my words. It's not my words. But these are the kernel of ma'arifah. We take this, the essence of ma'arifah. Inshallah, it's going to help. It helped me in the way, I didn't die and didn't come to ihtizar yet. But somebody told me this. One of my teachers told me that. And I kept thinking, not that much as I have to, that what's going to happen if Allah would take my life away right here. How would I be feeling about Allah? You know what I would be feeling about Allah? The way I led my life. If I was a skeptic about this, that He is there to get me, He's not helping me out, then that'll be the thing in my ruh. I'll carry it with me. But if I think in this way, and it's just like thinking or just, in the imaginary world, no. That's why we have like this 9 discussions. Then when I know what haqiqah is, then I get attached to it. When I get attached to it, I love it. When I love it, then that haqiqah, the ultimate haqiqat, reality, that governs my body and my soul. This love comes with the ma'arifah, brothers and sisters, and practice, of course. Ma'arifah and practice. If I don't think that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is there to solve my small problems, here in this world, what am I thinking about him? He's just there, sitting there, doing nothing. Now you will say, no, Maulana, there are so many things. I go to Allah Ta'ala, I ask Him, He doesn't give me that. Right? I wanted this money, that job, that spouse, didn't get that. He doesn't like me. Now, there's a falsafa of bala and test. If He's not giving it to you, we have to have this iman, this yaqeen, that if He's not giving it to us, it's not good for us. It's not good for us. Maybe the thing He's giving, instead of what we are asking for, that's good for us. Or He's not giving it to us, so we'll elevate a little bit. It's because of my imtihan. It's because of my sins. He wants me to get rid of those sins here, so I won't be in trouble in hereafter. These are the things I think being said here, right? Why am I saying it again? Because we started this discussion that the system has to be God-centric. When we heard these things with the human-centric system, either they didn't make any sense, or the sense they made was not that potent, was not that effective. But when you believe in these things with God-centric system, then it's effective. Then you know that there's nothing but Allah. La ilaha illallah. It's a small thing, right? A small thing Rasulullah asked people to say, and Qulu la ilaha illallah tuflihu. It's valid, still valid here. La ilah means la ilah, any ilah, any ilah, anything. Number one, my nafs, myself. Number two, anything I rely on except from Allah. Anything I rely on. So what does it mean, brother? What does it mean, Maulana? It means that we shouldn't go if we have, like you said, Allah bi dhikrillah tatma'innul qulub. If you don't have a itminan qalb, let's say some psychiatric or psychological problem, so shouldn't I go to a psychiatrist? If I have some bodily problem, shouldn't I go to doctor? No. But when I go there, I believe it's just because Allah asked me to do that. It looks like I'm preaching the choir, right? But because we have heard all these things. But we have to keep saying it. We have to go forward. Why? So it becomes our second nature. We have to practice it. Please recite salawat. Please recite another salawat. This dhikr Allah is only not when I am stuck in some rut and I go there and talk to Him, right? Initially, that's fine. Initially, try that. Sometimes when you start medicine, you start from small dose, if it's effective, to see if it's gonna work with your nature. If it's not working with your nature, you gotta, change your soul and do some more work on you. You go there, you have a problem, you ask Allah to solve it. After all these prerequisites, whatever Allah Ta'ala asks you, till you get to the place that you will talk to Allah all the time. And that's what Quran says here. In Ali Imran 190, 191, it is recommended to read these ayat during Namaz al-Shab, before Namaz al-Shab, when you wake up for Namaz al-Shab, when you see this, read these ayat, these two ayat. What these ayat says, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم إن في خلق السماوات والأرض واختلاف الليل والنهار لآيات لأولي الألباب. Same thing what I was saying, but definitely Allah Ta'ala has said beautifully, more effectively. indeed in the creation of the samawat, the skies and the earth, and the ikhtilaf, the coming and going of what? Layl wa nahar. لِآيَاتِ لِأُولِي الْأَلْبَابِ. Ulil albab are those who are the ulil albab? Who use their lub, who use their aql. Albab is like uqul. Anybody who ponders when he see a sky and the heaven, night and the day, he thinks these are the signs. الَّذِينَ يَذْكُرُونَ اللَّهَ قِيَامًا وَقَعُودًا. What happens when they do it like this? When their ma'arifah becomes like this, what happens? They're remembering Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in qiyaman wa qa'uda, when they are standing and when they are sitting. وَعَلَى جُنُوبِهِمْ وَيَتَفَكَّرُونَ فِي خَلْقِ السَّمَوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ. And when they are laying down on their sides, in any condition they are thinking about Allah. That's dhikrullah. Not only when I am doing guna, that's dhikrullah too. Whenever, na'udhu billah, if I'm close to a guna and I don't do guna because of dhikrullah, yad khuda, then that's dhikrullah. But these people, by seeing the heavens and the earth, it makes them ponder. When they ponder, what happens? They say, رَبَّنَا مَا خَلَقْتَ هَذَا بَاطِلًا سُبْحَانَكَ فَقِنَا عَذَابَ النَّارِ. They come to the natija that when you made all these things, it's not for batil. It's not to get me. It's not designed so I'll be coming here with the concept of my original sin, and I think that I'm made for Jahannam. No. That's khalaqna a batila. Like khalqat a batila. When they ponder, they say that these things are made so I get close to Allah. So I remember Allah. So I get attached to the reality. And when I get attached to the reality, what happens? I can understand this hadith. What? Mutu qabla an tamutu. Die before you die. That's the translation. That's the hadith of Rasulullah. Muhammad sallallahu ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. And these people come and they probably, I don't know if they put this hadith there. See how death-loving Muslims are? That's why they do these things? No, Baba. You are jahil and those who are teaching you are jahil. You are either misinterpreting it or you, of course, you are, like I said, they are there to get us, not Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah is on your side, brothers and sisters. Allah is on our side. He's not there to get us. What does it mean? When I die, I can get laqa Allah. I will be close to Allah. I will have more capacity to understand Allah. I will have more capacity to grow myself. I can practice it here as well. That's what it means. When I get attached to Allah, then I'll have this capacity which is going to happen after my maut. The maut is known as mahshar is known as Yawma Tablu Sarair. Like when all the sarair are revealed. All those things which are hidden are revealed. I could be like this, that I can see these unrevealed things in this world. And when you have this concept, and when you practice that, and you embed this in your soul, and it becomes the second nature of you, then you become the follower of Imam Hussain. Then you become that the same night Imam is saying, please go You can go. If you think you are shy, leaving me, thinking that, oh, Zuhair is here, I don't want to go. So Habib, you take one of my family member and go. Just go. They want nobody. They want nobody. None of you. They just want the head of Hussein. That's it. That's it. This question, this option was beautiful. The answer was more beautiful. One by one. The first one was Hazrat Abbas. I don't know the exact word, but the mafhum is, what will be the use of us if we still alive and you are not here? Another Sahabi, if I'll be killed 1,000 times and then being born again, I wouldn't leave you, O Hussein. Now, right now, the marg, the shahadat is right there. Na'uzubillah, they are not lying, na'uzubillah. They are not doing the shairana thing. They mean it. One more beautiful answer. They kill me, cut me into pieces, burn my body, turn me into ashes, blow these ashes in the air, and do it 70 times. I wouldn't leave you. That's what happens when you become mutu qabla tumutu. When you are with the itminan qalb, with dhikrullah, with the attachment to Allah, with the connection to Allah. That's why knowing yourself through the lens of Karbala is important, brothers and sisters. Karbala is the plane of Shahada, is a plane of making a regular person Zuhair ibn Qayyim, Ash-Shahid Karbala, Habib ibn Madahir, Ali Akbar, Shuhada, mutmain people, or mutmain with their lives and their death, and their life after death. That's why we come here. Not to just shed tears. We shed tears so our qulub, our hearts become softened, and we can understand that. We can practice that. Karbala is a plane of insan saz. It's a place of insan sazi. The school of insan sazi. The insan which is Khalifatullah. Who is Khalifatullah? All the shahadat, all these sacrifice is painful. And just like I said, that when the child is born and feel the pain, when I leave this world, I feel the pain. This pain is good, it's productive, it's taking me forward, not pushing me down, not pulling me down. Similarly, crying for Imam Hussein, feeling the pain of Imam Hussein, feeling year after year, Shab-e Ashur, the same Shab-e Ashur of 61st century, is the gift of Imam Hussein to you and me. It's a gift that we sit and we connect to Imam Hussein. We feel that Imam is talking to us. You want to leave me? Leave me. Do we want to leave Hussein? Seriously, do we want to leave Hussein? Unless I don't know Hussein, I'll leave him. If I know Hussein, there's no question about it. No matter where I am, in Karbala, in New York, in Karachi, in Lahore, if I'm Husseini, I cannot leave Hussein. Not on Shab-e Ashur, not on Ashur, not in Safar, not in Muharram, not in Ramadan, not in the day of Eid. We cannot leave Hussein. Because Hussein has sacrificed so much. His love to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is so intense that if I connect some part of my soul, I'll be successful. The Qurbani, the Shahada Hussein gave in Ashur, they one after the other, the great qurbani, the great sacrifice. And at last, Imam gave the sacrifice which even made Yazidis to cry for. They started crying for that sacrifice. And you know what I'm talking about. Imam was so Watrul Matur, so all alone. When he said, Hal min nasirin yansuruna, they said there was one 6 months old who answered that too by his cry. You can't say he was crying because he was thirsty. I would say he is the Imam of everyone. Imam Hussein is the Imam of Ali Asghar, who is 6 months old. Ali Asghar, brothers and sisters, we cannot leave Imam alone. Ali Asghar, 6 months old, who cannot take part actively in the war, cannot leave Hussein. He won't want to go out with Hussein and face those enemies. Which enemies? Who have arrows which has 3 heads. This 3-headed arrow was made to injure animals, horses, camels. But these Shah-E were so Shah-E, when Imam brought his 6 months old, he said, you have problem with me, but you cannot have a problem with a 6-month-old. But they were so Shah-E that Hurmula came and told Ibn Ziyad al-Lain that I'm going to do something which is going to, that's what they wrote, brothers and sisters, we're going to set the heart of Imam to fire. That's what Hurmula wanted to do. He could have used the regular arrow for human beings, but he took the 3-headed arrow out, which was so heavy. When he threw the arrow, when he struck the neck of Ali Asghar, they said it pierced the neck of Ali Asghar. It pierced the hand of Imam Hussein. Imam Hussein took the blood and threw on this guy. Imam Baqar says when Imam threw that blood never came back, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said that this is thought Allah, this is the blood I am gonna take revenge of. But brothers and sisters, tonight is the night for Hazrat Ali Asghar, but I'm gonna, with your permission, add another shaheed. After the shahadat of Ali Asghar, the Imam was in his godal, was in his nasheeb, he was praying, he was saying his last prayers, and Abdullah ibn Hassan, some years old, tried to go and help Imam. His mother tried to stop him. He came, he put his hands in front of the neck of Imam Hussein. When the Qadir was trying to strike the neck of Imam Hussein, his hands were cut. They were cut in the way that they were hanging only with the skin. Imam hugged him, the Yatim of Hassan, Abdullah ibn Hassan, and said, "Oh Abdullah ibn Hassan, be patient. We'll meet Rasulullah soon." فَسَيَعْلَمُ الَّذِينَ ظَلَمُوا أَيُّ مُنْقَلِبٍ يَنْقَلِبُونَ مَاتَمِ Hussein.
गुजरी जो कत्ल लगा से ज़ैनब जे गए फ़िग़ान आँखें लहू लहू थी بدن پر غموں کا بار، لاشوں کو دیکھ دیکھ کے روتی تھی زار زار، کہتی تھی جلد آئیے یا شاہ ذوالفقار، کیسے بتاؤں کیا میرے دل پہ گزر گئی، لاشیں پہ بے وطن کے جو میں ننگے سہ گئی، غربت میں قتل ہو گیا مظلوم بے وطن، میں بھائی بھائی کہتی تھی لاشا بہن بہن، میں بھائی بھائی کہتی تھی لاشا بہن بہن، میں بھائی بھائی کہتی تھی لاشا بہن بہن، تیروں پہ تھا رکھا ہوا لاشا حسین کا، ڈوبا ہوا لہو میں تکتا حسین کا، آواز تھے حسین کی بہن نا کفن کفن، میں بھائی بھائی کہتی تھی لاشا بہن بہن، میں بھائی بھائی کہتی تھی لاشا بہن بہن، میں بھائی بھائی کہتی تھی لاشا بہن بہن، آئی نہ راسدہ گھڑی پردیس کے فضا، کنبہ شہید ہو گیا میرا گھر اجڑ گیا، پردیس دیس غیر کا اپنا وطن وطن، میں بھائی بھائی کہتی تھی لاشا بہن بہن، میں بھائی بھائی کہتی تھی لاشا بہن بہن، میں بھائی بھائی کہتی تھی لاشا بہن بہن، ایک دل پہ داغ میں نے بہت تیر اٹھا لیے، کچھ داغ میں نے قلب کے اندر چھپا لیے، چھپتے نہیں چھپانے سے داغ رسن رسن، میں بھائی بھائی کہتی تھی لاشا بہن بہن، میں بھائی بھائی کہتی تھی لاشا بہن بہن، میں بھائی بھائی کہتی تھی لاشا بہن بہن، دیکھا ہے بابا میں نے جو منظر بتاؤں کیا، نیزوں پہ تھا رکھا ہوا سر ہے شہید کا، گھوڑوں کے دوڑنے سے ٹکرے بدن بدن، میں بھائی بھائی کہتی تھی لاشا بہن بہن، میں بھائی بھائی کہتی تھی لاشا بہن بہن، میں بھائی بھائی کہتی تھی لاشا بہن بہن، یا حسین
الحجة ابن الحسن صلواتك وعليه وعلى آبائه في هذه الساعة وفي كل ساعة وليا وحافظا قائدا وناصرا ودليلا وعينا حتى تسكنه أرضك طوعا وتمتعه فيها طويلا برحمتك اللهم صل على Just one more quick announcement. For the last majlis, which is on Tuesday, there will be, if you guys would like, a Q&A session with the Maulana. So if you guys are interested, we'll have a Q&A session, especially for the sisters. If you guys are interested, I know there was some interest on that side. So let's, inshallah, we'll do that next Tuesday. Assalamu alaikum.